Hi everyone, this is Stephanie, president of HR Pro for You, and today is the day that I get to share some incredibly exciting news with you that could very well not only transform your job search, but your job search results in 2017. If you're like most job seekers, you're either tired of the job search rat race or you're tired of not getting the results that you want out of your job search and ending nowhere. And that's frustrating, right? I totally get it. And it's one of the reasons why I started the business in 2015, so that job seekers like you can get out of your own way and start to be more clear and more focused on how to properly job search. And the reason I can do this for you is because I have been in your shoes. I have. Here's a little bit about my story. I graduated from undergrad and was fortunate to get a job, two jobs actually, with two Fortune 500 companies pretty much right out of school. But I wanted to take my career to the next level and I knew I wanted to do something else. So I started applying for jobs and I started to hear, "You're not qualified enough." Well, that's kind of frustrating. So I moved back home and I went to grad school because that's clearly got to make me qualified, right? So I went to grad school and I was able to get a job, in an entry-level job in my field in human resources shortly after, right before I was getting ready to graduate. But after working there for a couple of years, I realized that I wanted more, right? We have career aspirations and we're always looking to climb to that next level. So I started applying for jobs again, and then I started to hear these two dreadful words: "You're overqualified." Well, I didn't go to school in order to be told I was overqualified. Nobody does that, right? So I started applying for jobs again, and in the midst of me applying for jobs, I got laid off. So what did I do? I took a temp job. And I started applying for jobs again. And I was in that temp job for 5 months. And after 5 months of that nonsense and 5 months of constantly being in a position where I knew that I didn't belong, I decided to go back to the drawing board. And what I did was I wrote a list. I wrote a list of things I wanted and a list of things I did not want. And I started my job search over again. And when I did that, I got a completely different set of job search results and I had a new perspective about how to apply for jobs. And after applying to a couple of them, I successfully got a call for an interview. And when I got the call for the interview, I completely prepared for it. I researched the company and I wrote my list of questions that I wanted to ask them. I got to the interview, I was dressed professionally, and I told my story and I told them how it was that I was qualified for that position. And about a week after that interview, I had the job offer in my field, in my salary range, close to home, and something that had great growth opportunities. So what's the difference between me and you? Not that much, really. The difference is that, like you, I had career aspirations, and like you, I, had goals, financial and career, but the difference is I didn't have somebody like me to help me through that process. I really kind of stumbled and fumbled through it all by myself. But you have access to me. And you get to learn from my mistakes, you get to learn from my successes, and you get a personalized experience to help get you focused and on the right path so that you can clear out all of those distractions. Listen, here's what I want to do for you. I want to show you step by step exactly how to job search, how to network, how to use social media to your professional advantage, and then craft the perfect cover letter and resume, rewrite it so it's perfect to get you in front of the hiring managers for the positions that you want, period. And listen, there's no magic wand. It's hard work and it's going to be a lot of effort that has to take place, but you can do it. Look, here's a question you must be asking me right now. So, Steph, are we talking about spending money here? Are we talking about something that's going to cost me something? I'm actually really glad you asked that question. Oftentimes when I think about spending money, I think about things that I need that don't necessarily return to me. So things like entertainment, gas, food, groceries. I mean, they're critically important, right? I need those, but they don't give me tangible results in the end. And that is what the difference is between spending and making an investment. This is an investment. It's an investment in your career. And what is that worth to you? Really, the question is, what is it worth for you not to make that type of an investment? Another year of unfocused, non-result driven job searches, go nowhere, dead end interviews, or maybe just staying in the job that you're in that you can't stand. I don't think anybody wants those things. If you're on my email list and you're following me on social media, then you know that I've been talking about HRProAcademy launching in January. Well, it is launching January the 4th, 2017 at 7 o'clock p.m. and it is going to be amazing and eye-opening. On that day, I'm hosting my live webinar. It's called Get Career Ready. That's what we've been talking about all this time, is getting you career ready. And I'm going to push you past your comfort zone of just hitting that apply button and get you focused so you can break through the noise, be seen, and be heard. I'm going to give you some valuable information that will help you get over that hump, give you the confidence you need to go for that job, whatever that job is for you. This webinar is going to walk you through all of the stats, facts, and trends of today's job search market and all of the things that are impacting your success or your failure in navigating your job search. And let me tell you, if you've not job searched in the last 6 to 12 months, you're behind the 8 ball. I'm being totally honest. If you haven't done a job search in 2 years, you're completely out of the game. And you need to understand what those facts and those trends are to help you get over that hump and to beat your competition, okay? Now, this information that I'm going to be sharing with you is easily worth over $150. But for the launch, I'm launching it at a steal of a price for $27. $27 investment. Yes, this is right after Christmas, and I know you've purchased all these awesome, wonderful gifts for your family and friends. And yes, this is after the new year when you said you made your resolution that you were not going to spend money and you were going to be more frugal. But I understand that. And here's what you need to understand. Time waits for nobody, and companies that are hiring aren't waiting for people either. They are hiring during the holiday season, despite what people may try to tell you, and they're definitely hiring in January. So you need to put yourself in a position to be ready to make that move when the job interview comes, when the job offer comes. You've got to put yourself in a position to get there. Let me help you get there. Stop making excuses and stop procrastinating. Get yourself a job, move yourself into a position that makes you want to get up in the mornings and go to work. It is possible. I can tell you, people do it every day. They do it every day. Stop trying to do it on your own. In my story I told you earlier, I didn't have someone to help me kind of navigate this process. I figured it out on my own. You don't need to figure it out on your own. You have access to me, and through my successes, through my failures, and thanks to technology, you're able to learn from my mistakes and my process, and you can do it from wherever you can access this webinar. That in itself has to be worth a $27 investment. It just has to be. Registration is open right now, so if you want to snag this, you want to go to bit.ly/getcareerready. That's bit.ly/getcareerready. There are limited seats available, so you definitely want to get in as soon as possible. Listen, I want career success for you. There's nothing like it. Feeling happy about getting up and going to work every day, feeling valued for your time, there's pride in that. There really is. And again, there's people that do it every day. The difference between you and them is that they made a decision that got them a different outcome. You can make that same decision today. So here's a few other questions I'm going to ask you. Regardless of the answers to these questions, I'm going to rock with you either way. I'm going to be there to give you that information. Are you happy with where you are career-wise? If you're not, do you know what to do to get yourself happy? And if you don't know what to do, are you willing to do it? Are you willing to do what it takes to do it? All right, to get there. And like I said, regardless of the answers to those questions, here's 3 things that I promise you if you stay connected with me either way. You'll have a clearer perspective on how to job search effectively and better determine what you want and what you don't want, which is really they're equally important. You'll be less intimidated by social media, and you'll be able to gain a better understanding of how to use it to your advantage in your job search. And you will gain a better understanding of the value of your skills and how to be more attractive to employers and hiring managers. And here's another bonus. The live webinar, and it is a live webinar, is going to have a Q&A at the end. So you get to pick my brain a little bit, ask some questions that you want to ask. You'll also be able to interact with the others that are on the webinar, which is critically important because you do get valuable information and interaction through that as well. Put yourself in position. Take the huge jump for 2017. Make sure you register for the webinar. Again, it's January the 4th. 2017 at 7:00 p.m. You can register at bit.ly/getcareerready. The live Q&A is only available during the live broadcast. The replay will be available, but there will not be a live Q&A at the end. So you want to make sure you take advantage of that live Q&A. Get your spot in the webinar. Tell your friends, tweet it, share it, use hashtag #GetCareerReady when you're registering and when you're talking about it, but make sure you secure your spot. Again, I can't wait to see you. I'm really excited about it. It's really going to be awesome. Until then, all the best. Take care.